have a three-phased plan here for the development of Ellis Park. And that plan starts with the acquisition. Phase one is our acquisition. It's about $16 million. And with that, and I should also recognize, I'm sorry I'm standing in front of some of these guys here, Saratoga. So the previous owners. We had meetings with Saratoga early in the year, and we knew that things needed to happen prior to this race season starting. We knew there were things that the HPPA wanted to get done. We knew there were things that the Racing Commission wanted to get done. And so we worked together to go ahead and start spending capital, between $2 and $3 million of capital, to try to do the best job we could to prepare for this meet and this race season. And I know that Jeff and Dan can talk about some of that, but we've heard so far great things about resurfacing the track. We've done some things in taking down some of the old barns. We did some structural analysis, found out that some of the grandstands probably shouldn't have had folks on them. We had that taken down. We're working on the water system. That's probably one of my biggest concerns, is to make sure we have adequate water long-term here. So we're working through a whole new plan to bring a new water plant to the facility here. So that's all part of our phase one development as part of the acquisition. We also sat with both Jeff and Dan and said, what are some of the most important things you think we could do to try to help improve racing at Ellis Park? And both of them independently said, if you can widen the turf track for us and you can bring lights, we think those two things could help us the best. As you know, we've got heat out there today. Being able to maybe race a little bit later in the day could help, with the safety of the animals. We think that's extremely important. Safety is a very important thing to us. And improving the field size on the turf side. We think that'll help us on the racing side as well. So these boards that are around the room, you'll see when we talk about a phased plan. That's phase three. What we're really focused on then is, after phase one is phase two. And we're excited about that starting this fall. The first thing we'll do once we close financing, which we expect to be early fall, is we're going to work on the track. As soon as this meet is over, we're going to work on the turf side of the track, that expansion I was talking about. We're going to work on putting lights around the facility so we can manage our race times and things like that. Then phase two, we'll be doing the design and engineering through the fall. And when we get to December, we expect to be breaking ground December, January on phase two. Phase two is about a $50 million, between $55 and $60 million expansion of the facility. And what that means is we're going to be continuing to work on the backside in the barns. We're already working on the internal of some of the barns. Jeff has a nice new system that we're working on and improving some of those stalls, and we want to continue to work through that. We've got, we're an entertainment company. So one of the things that we think is extremely important is, on the days, from the racing side, we want to enhance those, but the rest of the days of the year, we want this to be an attraction for Henderson. We want to bring people here and get them excited about the entertainment, the food, the racing, the HHR machines. Skip's group is just fantastic at concerts and special events and things like that, and this facility just lends itself fantastically for that. So phase two, you can see some pictures here. This is a new, essentially, HHR. It'll house 3 restaurants, some meeting space, things like that. So we'll expand the gaming side of the business in this facility. That will, and you can see in some of the pictures around the room, I can't get there with this microphone. This is the main entry. This is the existing grandstand. Main entry, this is kind of like the starter's bugle sort of facade. This is about 70,000 new square feet to the facility. And it's planned basically in front of the building you're in right here. We'll put that there. And then if this meets our financing and performance plans, it does what we expect it to do for the enterprise and the community and racing, then we would move to a phase three. Now we're working with the state and local entities to do the best job we can to try to enhance this project and work together to make this really phenomenal facility. So we're looking forward to continue to work with the state agencies and the local agencies of economic development and tourism, things like that. I think the last thing is if we do get to phase 3, that will probably happen 3 to 4 years down the road. And maybe bringing a hotel in here really depends on what's feasible and how the performance happens. So we know that we also want to work with the Racing Commission and the Horsemen to add some days of racing here. And so we're excited about that possibility. And so in the next couple of months, we'll be working on some of that.